Hi, my name is Connie Johnson and I am a certified professional life coach. I'm doing a video today on meal planning, parenting, and meals. Being on your own means you're going to be taking care of all the household chores on your own. That means cooking lessons, maybe. Most people have 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, to get groceries, clean the house, do the laundry, and yard work before heading back to the grind on Monday. No wonder marriages are failing and families are falling apart. We don't get enough sleep, we don't eat properly, and we are stressed. I have discovered several things that make my life easier during the work week. Things that ensure that I am able to cook healthy dinners and eat breakfast, the most important meal of the day. I am not a nutritionist, but I do know that we are what we eat, and I feel my best when I eat whole foods and meals that I have put a little bit of effort into making. Not everyone loves leftovers, but I have come to appreciate the value in making a double batch of a recipe. I then freeze the extra batch. In a few weeks, I have a meal completed and less dishes on the night I serve it again. If you are in Alberta and British Columbia, the time you spend with your children is called parenting time, and in Ontario there are different types of custody. Whether you have sole custody or joint custody, there will be days when your children will be with the other parent. I'm going to use the term parenting time in this video. When your former spouse has parenting time, you will probably need a little downtime. However, if you manage your time wisely and prep some food, you will be able to spend time with your children on your parenting time. I am married and I do a few things that allow my husband to get his breakfast ready in the morning, leaving me time to do the things I need to do. Some of the prep things that I do for breakfasts: generally on Sunday, I'll boil 8 to 10 eggs and put them in the refrigerator. I make sugar-free breakfast cookies. Basically, it is like eating a bowl of porridge with no milk that has added nuts, raisins, or cranberries, or both. The sweetener in this recipe is bananas. My husband takes a cookie and an egg with him when he's super rushed in the mornings. I freeze the cookies in a container with parchment paper between each layer. I make a batch of gluten-free cornmeal pancakes. You'd never know they're gluten-free. I freeze them, then my husband pops them into the toaster. I make breakfast sausages and breakfast patties in the oven in a casserole dish. Who needs the greasy mess? Heat them up in the morning. It doesn't take as long cooking them from scratch as when you're cooking them from scratch. I make breakfast tortillas, buy some corn tortillas, the small ones, scramble some eggs, chop up some of the sausage that you baked in the oven, saute some onions and peppers, grate some cheese, wrap all the ingredients up into the tortilla, then place it on parchment paper and wrap it in tin foil and freeze them. I heat them up in the oven from frozen while we are getting ready for the day. If you do all of the above, depending on whether your family are big eaters or not, you will only have to do this about once a month. So much less stress in the morning. For lunches, we are definitely a leftover kind of family, and I like to say I cook smart. Cook once, eat twice, or more. Lunch is usually leftovers or soup. I make big batches of homemade soups and freeze them in mason jars. That way, if I don't have leftovers, I can take out a jar of soup the night before and dish up the lunch containers in the morning. I bought an 8-quart Instant Pot and I'm so happy I did. Mine is a slow cooker, pressure cooker, rice cooker, as well as several other kitchen appliances all in one. You can have lunch or dinner ready in less time than it takes to order out and wait for food delivery, and cleanup is minimal. For dinners, weeknight dinners need to be easy and quick. Get the whole family involved. A fantastic site for stir fries and Asian food is Marion's Kitchen. She has a YouTube channel and her website is linked below in the video description. It is www.marionskitchen.com and you can click into her recipes page. If spice isn't your thing, don't use as much of the peppers. I only use a snip off of the end of the peppers as my husband and I are not crazy about heat. They're cheap too. I wash them and then I freeze them in a Ziploc bag. Wear gloves, and if your kids are helping, tell them not to touch their face until after they've washed their hands. Every recipe that I've tried from this site is super delicious and it's easy as well. I couldn't find the wine she uses in a gluten-free form, so I use Speroni brand Marsala Fine IP dry wine. So delicious for cooking, even in savory dishes. There are so many websites where you can find quick, healthy meals. If you're looking for an amazing nutritionist, I recommend Audrey Sinclair. Her business is Holistic Health and Vitality, Audrey's Nutrition. There will be a link to Audrey's website in my video description. She can help you online as well if you don't live in her community. I often pre-chop garlic, onions, and ginger, then place them in mason jars and cover it with oil for preserving. When you cook through the week, you've got your oil as well. You can do the same with lemons and limes for juice, as well as the rind from them. If you would like a PDF copy of the recipes for my breakfast cookies, breakfast patties, broth, and pancakes, send me an email at familyforwardlifecoaching@gmail.com and I'll send you a link for a PDF. A few other tips to get together with another single friend and prepare some meals together. Your deep freeze is your friend. Google meal planners and create your own menu plans that you can cycle through. You don't want to get tired of the same old things. Make your own broths. They add so much value to meals. Cook roasts and buy a little bigger than you need. You will appreciate the leftovers, and again, use your deep freeze. I cook my roasts on a grill pan and chop the vegetables up and place them under the rack that the roast sits in. So delicious, and only one pan to wash. If you have some broth, you can whip up a gravy or au jus to go with your meat. Make a casserole with the leftovers. Make a big batch of twice-baked potatoes and freeze them. I bake my potatoes, scoop out the potato into a bowl, then chop up bacon, green onions, and grated cheese, add some sour cream, stir that all up and place the mixture back into the potato and freeze them. Bake them from frozen on a cookie sheet at 350 for about 30 minutes. No dishes and delicious. Use parchment paper for easy cleanup as well to save having to scour a dirty pot or pan. Make a big batch of stir-fried rice and freeze leftovers. Wash and cut a ton of vegetables. That way all you have to do through the week is eat them raw or throw them on a pan and roast them, or you could even steam them. You're one step ahead and more likely to eat at home instead of fast food. In the summer, when berries are in season, spread them on a cookie sheet and freeze them, then take them off the sheet and put them in Ziploc bags or containers. This makes it so that they don't stick together. Now you have berries for cereal or smoothies. All of this pre-prepping will help you eat healthier when your partner has parenting time, as you will have some pre-prepped food as opposed to cooking for one. Having said that, it's probably the best time to get ahead on some prepping for when you have your children again on your parenting time. You can find out more about my life coach services on my website at www.familyforwardlifecoaching.com. It is linked on my YouTube channel in the top right corner. If you look on the bottom right hand side of this video, you will see an icon. If you click onto this icon, you will be able to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the notifications bell and you will be notified when I post videos. I hope this video helps you with a few tips on how to stay organized as it relates to feeding yourself and your children. So have a great day, and I look forward to providing more tips.